Early years. Born as Eric Arthur Blair in 1903, George Orwell came from a British colonial family in India. His father worked in the opium department of the Indian Civil Service, so the family moved back to England when Orwell was a young boy. Orwell attended prestigious boarding schools, including St. Cyprian's and Eton College, where he excelled academically. These formative years helped shape his future perspectives on social class and imperialism. Influenced by his experiences as a lower-class student among the elite, Orwell developed a keen sense of social justice and started to question the established power structures. These early influences would go on to shape his literary works, which often critiqued authority and totalitarianism. Burmese days. During his time serving as an imperial policeman in Burma, George Orwell witnessed firsthand the oppressive nature of British colonial rule. In Burmese Days, he paints a vivid picture of the corrupt and hypocritical behavior of the British officials in Burma, as well as the deep-seated racism and discrimination against the Burmese people. These experiences deeply shaped Orwell's views on imperialism and social injustice, laying the foundation for the anti-authoritarian themes that would later permeate his writing. Orwell's time in Burma not only fueled his disillusionment with colonialism but also inspired his commitment to speaking out against injustice and oppression in all its forms. Struggles and literary ascent. As George Orwell transitioned from poverty to an established journalist and author, he faced numerous struggles in his early career. After experiencing the harsh realities of poverty, Orwell dedicated himself to writing and journalism. His experiences working in various jobs, including as a dishwasher and a teacher, greatly influenced his writing style and themes. Orwell's breakthrough came with the publication of his novel Animal Farm in 1945, which satirized the Russian Revolution and totalitarianism. This novel solidified his reputation as a prominent writer and allowed him to further explore political themes in his works. In 1949, Orwell published his most famous work, 1984, a dystopian novel that explored the dangers of totalitarianism and government surveillance. This novel became a literary classic and solidified Orwell's legacy as a prophetic writer. Despite facing challenges and hardships, George Orwell's transition from poverty to an established journalist and author marked a significant turning point in his career, allowing him to become one of the most influential writers of the 20th century. Homage to Catalonia. In 1936, George Orwell journeyed to Spain to fight in the Spanish Civil War on the side of the Republican forces against General Franco's nationalists. His experiences during the war had a profound impact on his political beliefs and outlook. Orwell saw firsthand the brutality and chaos of war, as well as the political infighting among the various factions on the Republican side. These experiences would later influence his writing, including his most famous works, Animal Farm and 1984. The Spanish Civil War solidified Orwell's commitment to socialism and his belief in the importance of fighting against totalitarianism and authoritarianism. Rise to prominence. One of George Orwell's most significant literary achievements was the publication of Animal Farm in 1945. The satirical novella is a clever allegory of the Russian Revolution and the rise of Stalinism. The book received widespread critical acclaim for its unique storytelling and powerful political message. Animal Farm quickly became a classic in English literature and solidified Orwell's reputation as a prominent voice in the genre of dystopian fiction. The success of the book cemented Orwell's place in literary history and further showcased his ability to tackle complex social and political issues in a compelling and thought-provoking manner. Final years. In the final years of his life, George Orwell continued to work on his literary contributions, despite his declining health. His last major work, 1984, was published in 1949 and is considered one of the greatest dystopian novels of all time. Orwell's health had been deteriorating for some time due to tuberculosis, a condition he had been battling for years. Despite his illness, Orwell remained dedicated to his writing and advocacy for social justice. Sadly, George Orwell passed away on January 21, 1950, at the age of 46. His legacy as a groundbreaking author and visionary thinker continues to inspire readers and writers around the world.